Gotta work on your James Bond skills, my guy. What's going on? It's your boy Syntell with the Intel, and you can already see Rekkai is in the building. What's going on, champion?
Hello, governor.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Listen, it is finally here. It's been almost like 2 years since we got a chance to watch the very first season of Andor. To me, it is the greatest series that Disney has put out for their Star Wars. I know some people feel some kind of way about that, but when it comes to good storytelling, character development, and just a good old understanding of why we are where we are in the Star Wars universe, I don't think there's any other project that does it better. I know that is not a popular opinion, but that's my opinion. Rekkai, how you feeling about Andor?
Feel good about it. Apparently not as good as you feel about it, Rock. I still stand by, as far as series, Mandalorian season 1 and season 2 are fantastic. And those live action, Andor is right up there, you know, second, third place or whatever. Star Wars, the Clone Wars and Star Wars Rebels might be the best storytelling that Star Wars has done as far as a series.
That is fair. I am curious what you all think in the comments section. But without any further ado, let's see if it can pick up the mantle. Oh, I am excited. I really am. This has been a long time coming.
I have to admit that I'm a bit excited too. 2 years is a long time.
It really is.
I feel like we was watching Sherlock. And I must say that this is a great series that does not include space wizards and laser swords. So, you know, I prefer that sort of thing. 1 year later, after the rebellion, the mom's funeral.
BBY. This is the Battle Before Yavin 4,
Yeah,
right? That's what it
yeah,
is.
before Battle of Yavin 4, yeah. I know that ship.
Oh yeah, that's Darth's Vader. Did anybody else outside of out of Vader ride that one? Hallowed ground you stepping in, lady.
He's out here working for the Empire. It's like
It's a
paycheck,
check.
paycheck.
Yeah,
Yep.
a check is a check. I get it.
He's like, what y'all talking about? They got benefits.
Uh-oh, what'd you do?
Think
What'd you
she
do, young
actually
lady?
worked for the rebellion?
She did something. I don't know what she did. Over here sabotaging Anakin's joint.
Yeah,
Oh wow, you already snuck in, huh?
test pilot. So he's in. He's full in.
How's it look?
It's prep for a test flight in the morning. Password tonight is Kafrine.
Got the key?
We have to wait for my supervisor to leave. He never stays late.
Are we safe here?
You're a new test pilot. You've just arrived. You're excited. You wanted to look around before you went to bed. We started flirting.
I like that.
Sorry. I was told not to look at you. I didn't see
It's
anything.
It's okay. It's okay.
I'm so nervous.
Yeah, you should be.
It's gonna be fine.
Keeps you on your toes.
Keeps you alive.
New pilot. He couldn't sleep. We were just talking.
Hello, pilot. I'll see you tomorrow. Welcome aboard.
She's like, shoot your shot, girl.
What was that?
She said you were cute. Have you been part of this for very long? I shouldn't ask. I'm sorry.
You're risking everything. You can ask what you want.
If I die tonight, was it worth it? You've done this before. You must have thought about it.
This makes it worth it. Being with you, being here at the moment you step into the circle. You made this decision long ago. The Empire cannot win. You'll never feel right unless you're doing what you can to stop them. You're coming home to yourself.
Thank you.
Okay?
I need a 12-minute head start.
I'll see you along the road.
I can't lie, that TIE fighter flight suit's kind of dope.
Mm-hmm.
I've always liked like the helmets too. Look.
Yeah.
So Andor was a test pilot for that ship. That's kind of dope. Yeah, that's kind of dope. He did say in the first season that it's easy to slip in and out of the Empire because of their arrogance. They feel like they're damn. Their noses are so high in the air that they wouldn't dare assume somebody could do something like this.
Who would? Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's why that one chick, the blonde chick on the council, whatever, that's why she started getting rise, because she's like, yeah, they organizing, they doing something.
Yeah, all new.
But look, are you supposed to have a co-pilot?
It's new, baby. Yeah, you get the new. Got the recliner in the back. Yeah.
Yeah, it comes in with a mechanical lazy boy. Look, he's like, I don't know how to work none of this. That's the thing, we in the future, but they still got like mini guns and Gatling guns like this. Yeah, that's new.
Yeah, this is back before they put warp. Like, from my understanding, like TIE fighters and X-wings didn't always have like warp drives, right? So maybe this is like one of the first ones. Dang, yeah, boy. Out here in Vader's Bentley. What you doing? Get out of that man Bentley. Oh, shoot.
He might want to hurry up.
Whoa. Oh, he got the snow gear on.
Malfunction.
Dang. Okay, so it's not a warp drive. That's a gun. Okay.
Oh, but it's a power up.
We gotta work on your James Bond skills, my guy.
And that's why this where they on Sintra.
No.
I mean, you just busted through a. Oh yeah, they already blow your tail up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, incoming.
Woo.
Come on.
Oh. I hope he's not trying to take this nowhere to give it to somebody as evidence. It's like,
damn.
Outer hull must be made out of adamantium or something. Oh, she's backwards too?
Guess so.
Nice.
All right, dog. Whip it, dog.
But that don't mean he's in the clear, though.
No, it doesn't. Damn, bro.
Wake up.
Hey. Oh, this old girl.
Fix.
That was the dude that was torturing her with the screams, right? In the ear headphones. Is that her?
Yeah.
What happened?
She had another dream.
Go back to bed. She'll be fine.
Cassian will want to know.
She'll deal with that.
He'll be home to tomorrow.
We'll talk about this in a moment.
I bet they've got to be on the run, right? After the rebellion.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Quiet. And no peeking.
Stop. You can look now.
Also, I guess the betrothal is going. Yeah, remember she was betrothed.
My favorite nephew.
Sordo, my favorite reprobate. How are you?
Oh, praise Mothma. What a glorious time of events.
So good to see you.
Oh, but it's not a betrothal to the thug's son, though.
Yeah, well, she had to do that in order to get that information or get that access to him.
What's all this?
More parking problems.
The governor's ego apparently won't fit into our lot.
Is this about his new ship?
He's your friend, darling. You and us can sort it out.
Thug life done shown up. You see how demeanor changed real quick. It's either thug life or that one dude that we couldn't figure out what if he's a Sith, he a Jedi. Oh, it's her.
Have you seen his
She
hair?
dyed her hair red.
Huh. Val? Is that her name? Val? Something like that? Yeah.
She just asked her who's here, but she's back in with the crew, you know what I'm saying, of money, where she originally comes from. It's gotta be that thug dude.
We're having lunch on the terrace. You'll see for yourself.
Mon, I was hoping for a chance to speak.
Yeah, because you know he knows what's up too.
Is there something urgent?
No. Just looking to catch up. I'll find you later.
The voice of old dude.
That's Luthen. Yeah, look at him. He got his little swag on, look.
Got his.
He's terrible at keeping secrets.
Oh, I've been practicing.
We'll see about that.
You'll see when I'm ready. Now, surely there's something
little
that
tit for
desperately
tat, huh?
requires your presence elsewhere.
No, so he's an antiquities dealer, so.
Yeah. Well, fake antiquities dealer.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but he's not fake. That's a cover, but he actually does it though.
The team at Sylar confirmed he got away clean.
We should have heard from him by now.
I can't transmit from here, Luthen. I told you when we landed. That's off the tase. Already a crowd at the docking platform. We're naked here.
Keep listening.
Oh, what y'all planning?
Like her, she's smart. She doesn't get emotional. He's like, oh, where's the signal? She's like, I told you, we sent a signal, we caught. No, sir. You're not blowing my cover.
There's all kinds of people here.
Yeah, with shares and visas.
Well, they all started somewhere.
It's not that easy.
Doesn't seem to be stopping Tali and Brasso.
Please, give it a rest.
So they're Toolies.
Hello, Bila.
Hi.
What a lovely surprise. Will was just telling me
What?
how thirsty he is.
How thirsty he is.
See what you did there.
What is it?
I'm not sure.
It's Imperial.
Have you seen it before?
Maybe once when I was little. My father will know.
They must be like on the outer rim.
She's like, oh, hell. She's like, they didn't found me. Not like this. See, that's the thing. That's what I was saying. Do they have a tracking beacon? If he didn't came to this world, they're like, okay, we're going to pull up. How did he figure out how to fly this thing?
He's figured a little something out now.
A little something.
Or not.
Yeah, he's still pretty terrible. But it's this thing, if it's new, experimental like that, it's got to have...
But I think that's what, I think old girl, I think when she was messing with it in the beginning when we first started, I think that's what she was doing. Yeah, she was probably taking off all the tracking and all of that.
But the way he was hitting buttons, hell, he didn't mess around and turn it back on. You know what so that's a tough fighter, though.
It is. Worthy of Lord Vader.
Porco!
Well, not that one, obviously.
No, he made it all the way into that test facility as the new pilot or whatever. Like, I mean, this is the future. They don't have a...
Porco! You can
they should
stop
have
right
his
there.
face and...
You got 15 blasters pointed at you right now.
Don't tell him that.
He needs to know it.
The number? The actual number?
Are you kidding?
You are talking to the enemy. Toss the blaster and get on the ground.
Probably just them two dudes.
Mm-hmm.
No notes?
The Malthine divide.
None of you were here.
That's cold-blooded right there.
Nobody puts this.
Hey, look who it is.
Orson Krennic.
All service and transport droids will be data wiped once we're done. Your colleagues, superiors, if they're not in this room, they're not cleared for the project. All senior commanders will be notified by the Emperor at the time of his choosing. Any security violation will be brought to the Emperor's personal attention.
Don't want that smoke.
Nobody wants that smoke.
Show y'all a little thing we doing out in space right now.
Better show him the Death Star, isn't he?
Yeah, we done pulled a pickup to Home Depot and we done picked up a few boys to start working on a little project we got going.
Meet the Gorman Spider. The experts have a fancier word. Don't they always? They call them Gorlectopods. Whatever you call them. Housed in weberies across the planet will spin the fiber, from which 60 million bolts of Gorman twill will be processed just this season alone. Capital City, Almo, the perfect setting for buyers and designers from around the galaxy to tour the showrooms and brokerages of this peaceful and elegant metropolis. Gorman pride is a term you'll often...
He's showing them we're going to do this exact same thing.
Who are you? Who is he? He's an impy pilot.
Just do this, please.
Then do it. Let's see it.
We're waiting.
Let me know when you're done.
I'm here to meet a friend.
Where's the pilot I'm supposed to meet?
Where is he? Your friend was
Good
not
job.
friendly. He took a shot at us.
He's lying anyway. This guy's a test pilot.
I doubt anyone here is unaware of the I met with the Emperor yesterday. He suggested that the energy initiative remains the centerpiece of his agenda. Access to stable, unlimited power will transform the galactic economy and solidify imperial authority. And it turns out spiders are not the most unique thing in Gorm. There's a mineral underground.
Deep substrate foliated calcite.
Calcite. Calcite substitutes. I mean, the amount of time spent pondering this grubby little bit of rock is sad.
Probably where they're going to go to Jeddah.
Now, we've promised delivery in 3 years.
Not Jeddah.
Some version of Gorman calcite to coat the reactor lenses. Now, should we fail to find any alternatives, we will have to control Gorman with a hand firm enough to silence any resistance. And you've been selected to help plan for that possibility.
Dang, did she just mess her chair up? Like, she sounded like that was...
Can you fly it?
I don't know. It's all new.
He can fly it. We need all the room we can get. Do the math. We don't all fit.
Is there anything to eat in there?
Oh, they're trying to get out of there, huh?
It would present stark challenges to the local population.
Meaning what?
The extent of our withdrawal may render the planet unstable. It's gouge mining.
Dang.
There would be stress on the planet's core.
Well, yeah, that's what it is.
800,000 Gorman.
We need to plan for alternatives, all of which will require preparation.
Gorman is neither obscure nor without political power. They will not go quiet.
Which is exactly why you're here.
It's confusing.
He's got to teach her. Why would he do that? If he doesn't, we'll kill him. You'd never make it.
So they're like marooned, I guess.
But the two of us, we could be out of here by now.
He can't teach her if he's dead. Everything with you is negative.
Like killing the only pilot we have?
Well, we gotta have one of them.
She just needs a little time.
He's stupid.
Do they really trust you? Or they just think you're stupid?
You know, I don't need an excuse to hit you.
I get it. 2 days, no food, makes everyone cranky, right?
How do you know how long we've been here?
You were not here 3 days ago when I left.
Still have the same problem. You're the Maya pay brigade.
What did you tell him? This is on you.
Crap. It's the Rob, we can see we're stuck.
I know Maya.
Maya's dead.
According to you, he's the
Because I was trying to save her. We got ambushed. We lost 6 ships, 40 fighters.
How do you know Maya?
She was a customer. We've been supplying you along the way. Argue all you want. We're all part of the same rebellion.
Your friend was hostile.
He was on a mission. We're stealing an Imperial test ship.
For who?
I'm not telling you that.
This is not our first meeting on the subject. D. Shambo, Nisus Osar will be our partners from the Ministry of Enlightenment.
How hard would it have been to simply allow the Imperial inspections that most other planets welcome?
And didn't it seem as if the Gore were doing what they always, putting themselves first? Did a dedicated Imperial naval inspector really have to die?
How dare they? How dare they?
With the right ideas, planted in the right markets, in the right sequence,
So
we can now
propaganda
weaponize
Yeah.
this galactic opinion.
The secrecy, the overcharging, mocking Imperial protocols, laughing at
Okay,
us.
we get the idea.
We did it.
You're wasting daylight. There must be food and water out there somewhere.
There's beasts out there. No talking. Don't take orders from Bardi.
What kind of beasts?
You'll hear him tonight.
I'm not saying I trust him, but you let him fly. If that's the only choice.
Once we're in the air, he's in control.
Oh, you're not getting anywhere.
Because you're not letting her concentrate.
So who's really in charge here? It's harder than it looks. We don't have a large presence on Gorman at the moment.
He's planned for that. We're building a new armory in Palmo.
Excuse me?
We're starting tomorrow.
Everyone has very distinct, like very sharp features in this room.
I like to know what I'm talking about.
You're here at my request. I don't get to Coruscant much these days, but I do keep my ear to the ground. Now, some people might not have recovered from an incident like Ferric. You think you're hard to read? You need to get over that. Now, you have a plan already. You had it before they finished speaking. I want your assessment.
Put all that BS. What's up?
It's a poker player right there.
You need a radical insurgency you can count on.
Count on for what?
You need Gorman rebels you can depend on to do the wrong thing.
Yep.
An Imperial supply census, it's an audit, a spot check. They want to know what they've got, where it's coming from.
What about who's doing it?
He's asking. I guess right now they're focused on Council 500. That's what we saw out there today.
If they're checking visas, we have a problem.
He knows that.
It's gonna be fine. No one here's about to let anything happen to you.
We'll know more tomorrow. Nothing from Cassian.
I'll have a listen.
Hey, look who, you see the picture, right? Yeah.
No, Porco's waiting. What are we looking at?
I'm looking for a drink. The monitor's on. Hope for the best.
Porco dead. Some clowns.
She's like, F it, I'm going to the bar. Hit me up when something changes.
Leader won't be easy.
He's so powerless on the left.
You know best.
Got a powerful wife, but
Is he tough enough?
you might as well be in the back doing the dishes, bruh. So do tell.
Yeah, she's getting ripped.
Quite the event.
She's so done with it.
What are you doing here? Skeldon's a client. We bought a gift for the betrayal.
Is she the younger sister of Mon Mothma?
Unlikely.
That's a good question. I don't know.
Just two single women surveying the prospects.
You've been avoiding me.
Be serious.
I'm overly sensitive. It's been a rough few days.
Is everything all right?
I've had some business go sour. Things have gone to a head.
I'm sorry.
I'm hoping to stay the weekend, but
Is Marnie joining you?
we're living apart at the moment. I'm surprised you haven't heard.
Uh-oh.
I have not.
So much for the gossiping biddies of Chandrilla. It's a recent development. I know you said you got my message. I was hoping we could discuss the Foundation.
Is there a problem?
Not like that, no.
Oh, Mon. There you are. They've had their first fight.
You'll have to excuse me.
Of course.
We'll find time together.
In more ways than one. Freshly single.
Yeah, but she's not about that life. She's trying to keep it together.
But, you know, she can't really count on her husband either, because he's kind of disconnected and not on board.
Yeah, but she ain't trying to hook up with that dude.
What's happened? He's a child. What happened? He won't hold my hand. I keep trying and he keeps pushing me away.
I'm sorry. Terribly sorry.
The betrothed. How old is the son that she's getting ready to get married to? Is it like 10?
You know, when it comes to those betrothals and that Game of Thrones,
talking about is a mutiny.
It's
old
not
school.
a mutiny if no one's in
Oh,
charge.
could be a 50-year-old man marrying a 14-year-old girl.
Or maybe
listen, Scott.
I want to hear it from
16-year-old
That
girl
might
marrying
take a while.
9-year-old boy.
Your brother stole our ship.
Say it again.
Whoa.
That idea, crap.
Tell him to put it down.
Ooh, I dare you. A double dog dare you.
Call me a liar.
You're not even good at that.
And I'm out. That damn Cassian, no, he be finding himself in some pickles. If you're watching this on YouTube, you're gonna see a cut down version of our reaction because we're only allowed to show you a limited amount of picture-in-picture. But if you wanna watch the whole thing with us uncut, uninterrupted, head over to our Patreon page at patreon.com/Syntell. Become a member of this channel. You'll get access to the full uncut reaction, but you will need your own Netflix, HBO Max, or Disney Plus subscription so you can open up each episode in an adjacent window to our reaction. We'll give you a little time with a small reference video at the bottom of the screen to help you sync up the footage. And it'll be like you're watching it with your favorite pals from the internet. Wow. All right. So this is the kickoff to season 2 of Andor. This is definitely one of those shows where it is a lot to process. There is a lot of characters, a lot of dialogue, a lot of different places where things are happening. This episode kind of throws you right back into the mix. We're on a couple of different fronts. And I guess the center of the show is Andor Cassian. Excuse me, Cassian Andor. He's like Indiana Jones. No matter where he goes, he just seems to find himself in constant trouble. But there are things about this show that I do kind of enjoy. Like last season, about this episode. Last season, it talks about, what does it look like when the spark ignites the fire of rebellion. And it's seemingly like this season is starting to deal with, okay, now that the fire is roaring, which direction do we put it in? And what are the different factions can we get all the different factions kind of like on the same page? I'm a bit of a fan, of course, of civil rights history. And I do remember hearing stories of when everything got kicked off. It wasn't all just, Dr. King is the man, let's get it going. There was a lot of bickering and battling going back and forth in order to get the movement going. It seems like season 2, maybe at least starting off in that area. The movement is going, but which direction are we going? Rekkai, how you feeling so far about this start of season 2?
Pretty much the same as you said. I thought that was really interesting. It's interesting. You said season 1 was about, how do you get the spark? How do people actually? What has to happen when people say enough is enough? And here's the thing too: when one set of people, one group of people on one planet said enough is enough, and people on other planets, people within the galaxy or whatever, took notice and like, well, if they were brave enough to fight back, and then there was braver, did you hear about the prison break at this facility, all the people they took out, all the empire, this or that? Did you hear about the heist where they took all the gold to pay everybody in the empire in this whole particular sector or whatever? So it's things starting to add up. But as we see in this episode, what are the consequences of that rebellion, especially when it's not organized? You got right here, the left hand has no idea what the right hand is doing. Yes. You got people who are part of the rebellion, who are part of the chain. Everybody's out for themselves. They so damn dumb. They didn't start a gunfight amongst each other and kill all, what I'm saying? Like, we need people. The enemy's out there. Let's kill each other. And I was like, oh, this sounds like the hood or whatever. It's the Crips and the Bloods. Like, just, and the other people, the real enemy, whoever that may be to you, they just sit back and like, listen, we gonna let y'all do what y'all do. Y'all, we'll come in after it's over and clean up. As a matter of fact, we got a way to get everybody else on our side. Even though we're the bad guys, we got some other bad guys who can tell the story. They'll go on the news and the newspapers and tell the story and make you guys the bad guys.
I do like how they kind of like, one thing that you always hear about in politics is like the evil cabal, right? Or even like some old dastardly plan, old 80s villains with there's a table and everybody's sitting around and sneering and putting their hands together. Now they're going to divvy up the booty. yeah. But that, at least in this world, they're actually kind of like doing that. And they just showed one piece of the cabal, and that was the ones that kind of like deal with, the marketing of this evil and this takeover and how we're going to destabilize governments through simple word of mouth, hearsay, campaigns, to what's the word I'm looking for, when you're dropping off stuff to convince people. Oh my gosh, it'll come to me. Well, anyways, they're kind of like Twitter, social media. Men like, yo, we're gonna sit here and put this idea out on how we can destabilize this country, or at least change the narrative. So propaganda, that's the word I'm looking for. There we go. Propaganda is what I'm looking for. Propaganda. I'm curious of like who some of the other people are that's at the table. I'm sure the military's there. I'm sure maybe it's people that's dealing with communications. Maybe there's somebody that's dealing with, I don't know, supply chain or whatever it is. But I am curious because there is that idea that there's only like a few very powerful men that are making a lot of like these major and big decisions. And they seem to be working together, as opposed to the rebellion is all scattered, trying to figure out how to get their feet right. While the Empire is getting ready to build gigantic bases everywhere, strip mine an entire planet and have infinite power for the resources that they're going to use to take over the galaxy. That's awesome. It feels very Austin Powers-ish a little bit, but it's good to get a good idea of how the evil side of things is working. one more small thing. The thing I really enjoyed about this episode, probably a little bit more than anything, was really subtle, and it was done in the opening sequence, and that is when Cassian is sitting there waiting to get the go-ahead to hop in the TIE fighter to dip out, and you have this young, very young woman. She looks like she could be, you know, in her early 20s at the most. Terrified. She says, yo, this is the job I've had for a while. It's great. It's got good benefits. I liked it. We had fun here. And now it's like, now I'm realizing I'm working for the devil. And I got to do something about it. And she's so nervous that she can't even like look this man in the eyes. And it made me remember of where Cassian started. You know, he didn't start off exactly like her, but he wasn't, you know, go rebellion. He was go hustle. I'm trying to get this money so that we could be straight and the family could be straight. He kind of got dragged into this thing. But now he's actually kind of like a bit of a mouthpiece for the rebellion, talking to this young girl and being like, hey, you're doing fine. You're good. It's okay if you're shaking. Yes, you can look me in the eye. I'm not this powerful thing that's disconnected from everybody else. I'm like you. I got a job to do, you know? And it kind of like grounded me already in the beginning of where the rebellion is at. Sometimes it doesn't have to be the people that are like pushed to the brink in order to make, you know, big changes. You know, it could be the person that works at the Walmart. You know, that's the bagger that can find some way to resist. You know, the gun doesn't have to be in your face to resist. You can resist in a lot of different ways. And it kind of like set the tone for the rest of the episode for me. Rekkai, did you have any closing thoughts or anything else you just wanted to add before we start getting closer to wrapping this bad boy up?
Just hope, you know, and I will try to be succinct and quick. 2 points to what you just said. The young lady who was meeting Cassian when he was the test pilot, you're absolutely right. Because how do you deal with that? If you got a job, because you need a job, you're supporting your family, but the job is not bad. You got some decent benefits, you get decent pay, you like the people you work with, and then you find out that the corporation you work for is evil. You ain't never been down to sub-basement 4. You don't know what the hell they got going on down there. You don't know what the reaches of this company. You just know it's like they make paper products or whatever. That's what we do here. No, girl, they do something else. I remember that on there was a TV show years ago called Heroes. And the front was they worked like at a paper company or whatever, but that was the front. You didn't know the kind of evil stuff that they was doing behind the scenes. And what do you do when you get that information? And she was scared to death, and she's right. If I die tonight, if they said I'm the last person to talk to this sketchy ass test pilot as he steals the ship for God knows who or what, and they're going to interrogate me to death. Yeah. Was it worth it? You know, it could have been random. What if she wasn't in on it? She just like, hey, cute dude, I ain't seen no, you know what I'm saying, dudes around here is worth, you know, and she just was hollering at him, shooting a shot, you know, she's still going to be killed. Was it worth it? And he was assuring her, yes, it was worth it. As he's about to fly away from the consequences of his, yeah, girl, listen.
You can be straight.
Stay with the plan, you know.
You got it.
Yeah, you got this. Don't be scared. You don't know nothing, you know. It's just, that's the point, that's the part that we never see. And it's ultimately why people are so fearful of joining even the side of right, because it is the consequence of that. At the one time, the one thing is like, you know what, I'm gonna do what's right. That evil got a way of convincing you otherwise. My other quick point is, you said something that tickled me, and it was about, you know, the evil cabal sitting around the room, you know, petting the hairless cat, you know, and it's very Austin Powers, and you're right, but we see it all the time. No matter what is getting taken, things in this world, people take them. They're very rarely earned. They take. Those with power take what they want. And actually, even sometimes dare the other people, stop me. Who gonna stop me, boo? And the thing is, we've seen it before. You've seen a heist movie. A heist is a heist. If you watch Ocean's 11, you watch any of them little heist movies, they have a person from, we need a getaway driver, we need a person who's good with demolition, we need a person who's good with electronics, we need 2 fake security guards, we need the muscle, we need the brains, we need the trickster. You have all of the areas covered. Why do we think that if they want to take a country, they want to take a planet, If they want to take over a particular industry, that the same tactics are not employed to do that. And you get, Orson Krennic sitting there. He said, the people sitting in this room, this is the tightest of circles. We have this, you are clear for the highest clearance. I spoke to the Emperor personally. If anything gets out, the consequences, you don't even know what's going to happen. Your whole family going to disappear. Like, that's how things happen. And I'm almost positive. No, I have no proof. I'm almost positive in real life, that's still exactly how it happens.
Well, we've just said a whole lot regarding just the kickoff of this first episode. That gives you a pretty good idea of how they are setting the tone of what we are about to jump into. This isn't necessarily all about space wizards and laser swords. It's going into the deeper layers. We're pulling the onion layers back to figure out the why behind all of this Star Wars love and fanfare that we have. It's a different pace. It's a different tone, but we are happy that you are hanging out here with us. Now, if you've been enjoying the conversation that me and Rekkai have having, and just the way we chop it up and break it down and try to see it from these cool and interesting perspectives, you need to do yourself a favor and head over to Rekkai's YouTube page, because over there is tons of perspective. He has a very unique way of looking at the media that we know and love, and speaking on it in ways that is very unique and bespoke to him. Rekkai, tell the people how they can get in contact with you.
Absolutely. You can do the honor me in dropping by my Patreon page, maybe sprinkling a few of your galactic coins on me. I try to get content to people as early as possible. But if not, you want to just come the free route, I just would appreciate a subscribe, maybe some comments on whatever tickles your fancy, but youtube.com or patreon.com, either one, /Newt from the Ville, NUPEFROMDAVILLE. Don't worry if I said it too fast, it's in the description. Everything we watch, we use this. But it's even more important for you to use this. Thank you, Chef.
Hey, thank you, Chef, and thank you for hanging out with us. We'll catch you on the next episode. All right, y'all, take care.